Can you sort of explain your team's makeup mentally that allows them to come out with that one after the other one?
Well, I've always said we play better with our backs against the wall. It's a tough way to live, but I love our team's resilient personality. I wish we wouldn't just have to have a stinker before we played that way, but if we can consistently get everybody at their level, at their potential level, well, I think we'll be in good shape. But tonight, DeMar had a huge bounce back night. I thought Norm stepped in and carried his load. PJ did an excellent job on Antetokounmpo. So, but again, we got to get everybody. We got to get Serge going. We got to get him going offensively and sync. So we just got to get everybody kind of tied in on the same page.
Dwane, Frank Zicarelli, Toronto Sun. It's now a best-of-3 series. Mm-hmm. 2 of the games are at home. Do you feel you guys have an edge now?
No, Frank, it's a series. This is the NBA. And there's nobody that, there's nobody you can take for granted in this league. Every game's a different story, different opportunity for different people. And we got to come back, and there's a lot of things we can clean up from this game. And I'm sure they're going to make adjustments, and I'm sure we've got to change some things also. So I think it's going to be a chess match for the next 3 games, and there's no edge. We got to come back and play with the same personality we did today.
So as a follow-up, how did you think Powell did in the starting game?
I said he played. I thought he played well.
Eric Curran, The Athletic. Mm-hmm. More on Powell. What did you like, or what did you think of his defense on Chris Middleton? And sorry, go on.
I thought he played really well. I thought defensively, he had leverage. He got into his body. We held him 37%. I just thought he did a good job. Just making sure he took up his space, got into him on pick and rolls, didn't lose him on pin downs. Middleton's a tough cover. He's a really tough cover, and he's been the difference in their team since he's been back.
Unrelated, was Patrick Patterson available in the second half?
Yes, he was.
Hi, Dwane. Mike Ganter, Toronto Sun. The Powell decision, or the decision to start Powell, what went into that? Because there were a lot of factors, I'm sure.
A lot of factors, and I don't want to go into all of them, but it was a lot of factors. No, I'll tell you after the season. But there's a lot of factors that went into it.
Rachel Brady from the Globe and Mail. I wondered what you thought of JV coming off the bench and just having that nice matchup with Monroe when he came in.
Rachel, I thought he handled it well. I thought he handled it really well. It's tough for a guy that started every game. He's been physically ready and able to play, and to understand this is the playoffs, and it wasn't anything he did wrong, but just the matchup, that he had with Monroe. And and I thought he came in and did an excellent job, and he had the proper attitude, proper disposition, and he was a pro.
Steve Ashburner, NBA.com. If you won't give any of the factors that went into it, can you talk about your level of satisfaction with how it worked out?
I thought it worked out well. Again, it may be different the next game. It may be somebody else to be in that position, but I thought it worked out. I thought Norm gave us what he was supposed to give us on both ends of the floor. Again, it's going to be a chess match. It may be someone different the next game.
Given that it worked well and you guys won this game, I mean, you've coached a lot of playoff series. How do you handle the swing from Casey's a genius to he's lucky to have a job?
I understand who it comes from. I think about who it comes from, Steve. They have you buried one day and you're the king the next day, and then they say, oh, it's just my job. So I understand that. Everybody has a job to do, and I've been in it too long, college and pros. It's the same folks. You understand who the good basketball people are in this business because they stay the same. They're level-headed. They understand that this is an up and down league, and one day you're the statue, and the next day you're the pigeon.
Dwane, you knew DeMar was going to bounce back, but just how did he was back to everything he does so well, and you got to give him a lot of credit for that type of adjustment. How did you see that,
Charlie? I thought he really bounced back. I mean, they were killing him. You just don't forget to be a scorer the way he is. And again, this is the NBA. I'm telling you, those guys get paid on the first and 15 too. They're a good team. And for people who thought we were going to walk in and it's going to be an easy series, there's no easy series in this whole in the Eastern Conference. And it's going to be a dogfight at our place on Monday. Whenever we come back here, it'll be another dogfight. So, and you just look across the league. I think you talk to Boston, you talk to Chicago, you talk to all the other teams that Washington, Atlanta. A lot of evenly talented teams and well-coached teams in this league.
Dwane, on DeMar still a little bit. They didn't seem to set very many screens with bigs. Do you think that allow him to get to attack shot blockers?
I'll tell you after we'll have a beer after. I don't even drink beer, Doug, but we'll talk about it after. But it was the method to the madness, and that helped free him up a little bit.
Eric Name, ESPN Milwaukee. Giannis goes 0 for 7 in the second half. I think another 3 turnovers, and he had 4 in the first half. What was so successful against him today? Because it just seemed like he was just forcing over and over.
We was just trying to send as many bodies to him as we possibly could. PJ, DC, Patrick, DeMar got switched off on him a few times. And we want to make sure we send early help and try to make it as congested as possible for him to see and to find other people. He's a talented player. I said it before. Once he starts consistently making that jump shot, he's Magic Johnson because he's 7 foot that can handle the ball and get to where he wants to go in one dribble. And that's a tough combination to cover. And he's getting, I don't know what they have in their weight room here, but he's gotten stronger also.
With Powell in the lineup, were you able to maybe move those help pieces around a little bit quicker?
A little bit more. But then when JV came in, I thought he came in and did a good job also of getting to where he was supposed to be at the right time. The key is getting there at the right time because he is so long and so athletic that he can get, if you're a half a second late, it's a dunk. And, but I thought JV did a good job of getting to his spot and getting to his help position.
Was part of that, JV, you bring him in, 7 minutes into the quarter, whatever, and he's fresh, and he's seeing Monroe's fresh as well then, so now it's more of an equal footing than there was game 1, I think.
A little bit, Mike. It's good astute
You're not gonna go, eh?